transmission tariffs are those part of your overall bill that relate to transmitting or sending the electricity from the remote power stations across the high voltage transmission lines through to your more localized distribution networks. Now, there are some options here, 4 options. So essentially, if you do not have anything in your electricity bill that is specifically related to transmission tariffs, it may be that it's bundled up within your normal day, night rates. And that will be the case specifically, or certainly almost for domestic clients and also the smaller commercial clients. And in that case, you just choose no transmission tariff, no tariff, because it will already be accounted for within your bill. Then we have, if you do have it specified within your bill, we have 3 different ways of doing it within GridMAP. So the first one is a fixed monthly transmission tariff. So essentially here you can enter the amount that you're charged, and you can choose whether that charge on your bill is per day or per month. And once you've entered that, simply click Save and Continue, and that will come through in the analysis that we undertake. The other way is energy-based, and energy-based is simply a cost for every kilowatt hour that you use will be applied as a transmission charge within your bill. So again, you'll just put a price in pounds or US dollars or Aussie dollars or euros, depending on the currency that you're using per kilowatt hour. Now the third one, which is certainly has been the case in the UK, but is now sort of changing with the targeted charging review, but there are certainly other countries which use this globally, is peak power, and in the UK we call these triads transmission tariff. So with peak power, effectively what you're doing is you're saying on these dates, at these times, we're going to take the peak consumption or the power consumption at the site, and then we're going to average them to then provide you with a cost. And certainly for some customers this can be a significant charge. So first of all, when we choose this, we need to sort of talk about which transmission dates we're using. So you can either add new transmission dates, or you can use some existing assumptions that you've got. In this case, I'm just going to use some assumptions. In this particular table, and it's the same as if you created one, you just choose which week of the year, which day of the week, and what the start time is for the calculation of taking your power consumption and bringing that into the averaged peak power for the year. You can put as many rows in here as possible, and certainly even though in the UK there may only be 3 dates that are used per year, sometimes you can put 20 or 30 or what your expected periods are, and it will average across all of those. Once you've chosen your times and days, you can save those dates, and then your next table will be shown below. So how do you want to create the transmission costs? Again, just like all of the other ones, we can add a new one, or we can use an existing one. I'm going to use an existing one, but again, it's exactly the same as if you added one. It will show you all the years that we've put in for the particular project life. In this case, I'm only building a model for 10 years, so it's only given me 10 years. And here I'm using the Southwest 2019 values. But again, you can change these, put them in. This is the price per kilowatt, peak kilowatt that we'll use per year. And once you've chosen those, you can then save those and move on. And that is how we then build your peak transmission tariffs. But again, just to confirm, you can do it on an energy basis, you can do it on a fixed monthly basis, or again, it may be bundled up in another part of your tariff, and so just choose no tariff and move on. Thanks for listening.